live now. And looks like we are up and running. Excellent. Let's get all this pulled back up here. Adjust that. And there we go. Alright. Welcome everyone to yet another online broadcast. We are back in the IMRC, the Internet Motor Racing Championship. And we are here for the start of season number 10 at Talladega. And I have, of course, the man himself, Joe Rutkowski, alongside.
Hey, good to be back with the IMRC. Had a lot of fun last season with it, so hope to do a lot more races this season with you.
Yeah, this is going to be cool. Because, and thank you to Shane Sides for letting me do this. I could tell he kind of was like, I would rather race, but hey, go for it if you want to. But he is letting me pretty much, as long as real life does not conflict, I intend on broadcasting every single race this season for their 10th season. Officially 1 decade, technically, in the NR universe.
Yeah, that's a big milestone. I always love to hit that milestone.
Right. But no, I mean, this is always a fun thing to do, and now I just saw this as a neat opportunity, so, and to kind of pay tribute to them for their 10th season, here we are, so. We are, again, Talladega, the first race of the season. It is 16 races, and there is a chase. Win and you're in, so whoever wins here tonight, as long as they make the minimum number of, I think it's 5 starts in the regular season, then they will get an automatic ticket into the chase. Which the chase works kind of uniquely. I might go into further detail about that a little bit later. Everyone just kind of messing around for right now, as drivers' meetings probably taking place. Cars flying everywhere, but hey, that's IMRC for you. Memes are made here.
I think at one point I saw at least 4 cars flipping the same wreck on the backstretch, so...
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it was fun to watch. I was having a good time. Trying not to interrupt your intro.
No, you're good. I mean, this is... Yeah, the front stretch pretty much says it all right now. In the meantime, the starting lineup, we have 28 drivers for this first race here tonight. We will take a look. Actually, I'll tell you what. Joe, would you like to run down the top 5 there?
Sure, let me pull it up for you here. We got Tyler Mallon on pole. Big shock there, I know. Tyler Mallon on pole at Talladega. Roger Ray right behind him in second. They have Andrew Lemke. Don't know his first name, but his last name's Gonzalez. Camilo Gonzalez, there you go. And then Oscar Ramos Jr. Completes the top 5.
And then from there you got Dun LaPrade, Chris Emery, you may remember him from one of the TDR streams from last year. Jerm Lewis, I hope I'm pronouncing his first name correctly, but a good friend of Chris's. Austin Ogo and the league admin himself, Shane Sides, rounds out the top 10. And then the other starters are Sonny Tallman, Natan Amoedo, I was mispronouncing his name before, I apologize for that, Chris Wetz, Jonathan Feld, and then the Warren brothers, Grant and Blake. Blake Warren, hopefully a couple times this season, will actually be joining us in the broadcast booth. But he was the last driver to take lap time, 16 drivers. And then you got Cody Lamas, Jerry Cook, I believe. I think it's Jerry, right? Yes. Jerry Cook in the OH, Robbie Gilvin, Felipe Teixeira, Cole Baker, Henry Nova, Dylan Schwallenberg, Tristan Allen, Dylan Poteet, William Goss, Noah Hart, and Dejan Weeks. Whew, that was a mouthful. But, yeah, 28 drivers officially looking to start this race. And, I'm excited. I'm really eager to see how these 60 laps are going to be playing out here as Schwallenberg is doing his best balance beam on the wall there. These guys are fun to watch. That is for sure.
Oh. Dump him off the wall.
That was a nice. Oh my God! Who just flew through there? That was a Coldacre.
They're having a good time.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, it's all good. There's that stinking lag again. I don't know why that's happening. I'm going to actually lower the car quality here. I hope that'll fix it.
Oh my gosh, there are cars everywhere in the front stretch. You gotta make the driver or the driver meeting interesting somehow.
Yeah, no.
Otherwise, it'd just be boring. So you might as well be doing this.
Yeah.
See a nice old Napa car there.
Yeah, that's probably done the prod and his. I think he's driving the 16 this season. Pretty sure Tyler Mallon is going to be driving the Bobby Lavani colors on his number 18.
Classic.
Yep, there he is.
Classic.
Henry Nova, plain as white as can be, number 37. Look, Gary, there I am. Hey, Tristan. And hello to Nathan as well. I completely forgot to send this link in the IMRC Facebook group officially, which if you so choose to check that out, maybe want to race here in the IMRC, you can check that out on Facebook. The link is in the description. They also have a light series that runs on Tuesday nights, kind of a developmental series. I won't be streaming those races, maybe the championship, but that'll be about it. But that we'll have to see. And holy crap, it's the good old Nokia Cup Series. When was the last time I've seen you, man? Good to see you. Bringing back all the good old folk. That I do apologize in advance though for those little lag blips. I've tried already lowering my quality of everything, and that still for some reason is not fixing it. So if that does so happen to occur, I apologize. Hopefully it won't get too serious.
Man, you hate to see a car do a kickflip on pit road, but I just saw Tyler Mallon do one.
That sounds about right. Gotta get Rancho on here. Yeah, I've kind of rekindled talking to him a few times. He's got an Among Us Discord server now, so it's good to see those guys.
We got 2 balance beams out there on pit road.
Schwallenberg, I think, is one of them. Oh well, was. Oh jeez, that's Teixeira in the 16. My bad. Wait, what car is Don the Prod driving? Normally he's a 16. Oh, he's a 74. Okay. He's a McDonald's car now.
Trying to throw you off here.
That's something different, yeah. I am so used to seeing Don LeProd driving a 16 Napa car, and to not see him in that is very unusual. So, my apologies for that. Again, we got 60 laps. It's going to show as 76 laps. That is, of course, for any potential green-white checkers, which I think that they pretty much have unlimited attempts until they reach that 76 lap window.
Which hopefully we don't have to get to that point.
Hopefully not, yeah. I would hope not. Grant Warren, colors reminiscent of when Jeffrey Earnhardt drove the 33. Got the 69, but the Christopher Bell colors for Robbie Gilman. There's Dylan Poteet. If y'all remember the championship race from season 9, you know that he's looking for some redemption this season. That was brutal.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking, to say the least.
Yeah. A couple little fun facts going into this race, though, since it looks like we still have a bit of time. They did have a couple of special events last week. They had their duels. They had dual races, which were won by Cody Lamas and Blake Warren, respectively, and they also had a unique race at a modified version of Bristol that was won by, I believe it was William Goss. So that was the Ram Ranch Scramble at Bristol or something like that. Yeah, both of us going into NR, and my God, it's been over 5 years now since I originally did the diecast thing. 4.5 years pretty much. So, but now trying to get in the online scene of NR, it's a lot more fun. I mean, not just because of what you're seeing in front of you, but also because it is genuinely unpredictable. You have no idea what's going to happen. Everyone is legitimately driving these cars instead of the AI just making, in my opinion, very predictable moves. So this is going to be a lot of fun to watch.
You won't see the organized pack racing that you would see with AI here tonight.
Yeah.
They'll be shifting out of lanes and trying to go wherever they can, whether it be top, bottom, middle, the wall.
We might see that. I'm pretty sure that the yellow line rule does apply in this league, so sorry everybody. I know how everyone feels about it at this point. Oh god, Grant Warren's about to kill everybody.
Oh,
he's about to... Oh my gosh. The front straightaway. Yeah, I'm doing good over offline. Stop motion got too tedious. It's too tedious and you know everything that's going to happen. And to me, that got boring. And then even offline got boring because after a while I was able to predict what was going to happen because I could kind of foresee what the AI was going to do. Is nice wheelie there by Pokey. These guys are a lot of fun. But yeah, the online side of things, if you want to get into... I would call it basically a free iRacing. Just it's solely NASCAR physics, but for a now 18-year-old game, this thing is still incredibly realistic, incredibly well made, and I honestly couldn't recommend it anymore for anyone who maybe wants to get into some kind of some form of online racing on the cheap.
you sometimes forget it's 18 years old because it's so good.
Yeah, I mean, it's always getting updated. They just came out with a brand new Xfinity mod like a few months ago.
Yep.
So they're still making mods for it.
They're still finding ways to make the game look even nicer. I mean, they're finding ways to make everything better.
Oh, yeah, and that's absolutely phenomenal. Scott Upton, I see you there in the chat, and this is online racing. These are not AI. These are real people driving. Right now, they're just messing around in happy hour. We're just waiting for them to kick it to the race session. But I can assure you that once they do go to the race session, it ain't going to be all this crazy messing around trying to slam into people.
Not.
It's going to be legit, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I appreciate everyone for coming by and tuning in. Of course, Allie, good seeing you. Formerly Johnny Gardner, which congratulations on this new chapter of your life. Online stuff is going to be ending in August. Oh, all together. Wow. Well, good luck on that one. And hoping the best. And I'm kind of hoping that we get this show moving here shortly. But, yeah, I started the stream early because they went to qualifying a lot sooner than I thought they would. I'll remember that for future broadcasts.
Maybe there's a lot of questions that drivers have.
Yeah, which I will. I'll go ahead and say to you, Mr. Rutkowski, if you could be my man to be checking the chat or the NR chat. Then, oh my gosh, Schallenberg, I think that was Emoito. Yep, they just went to the stratosphere. But
we're getting ready.
Hey, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna get on and off track here just so that it goes a little quicker. But we have officially kicked it to race, and we are ready to go for 60 laps at Talladega in the 10th season of the IMRC. I was just gonna say, if you could keep an eye on the chat, see what guys are saying. I'm not gonna be looking at that very much.
Yep. Sounds good.
Whoops, wrong button. Does this always happen? In happy hour, yes. In the race, no. Right now we're just waiting on the whole field to get on track here. Hello, Tristan. Yes. Tristan, get your racing, sir. As someone in the server, yes, it does always happen. Heat 5 lobbies in a nutshell. Yeah, true
That
that.
I can confirm.
So the cars are rolling. They do have one restart at their disposal. If they end up crashing on, I think it's the first 2 laps. Manual cautions, meaning that the admins will call the cautions, and the leader will basically act as the pace car. It is solely up to admin discretion on when the caution comes out. Normally, it's for any kind of contact wreck. Any single car spins usually do not result in cautions in this series. And I think that's about the general gist of it. Pit window, assuming that they're running the same physics that I think they are, should be approximately 18 to 20 laps for fuel. I don't think you'll see them wanting to take tires very much.
Nope.
And we'll just see what they have in store. Tyler Mallon and Roger Ray bringing them to the green flag here for the first race of the 10th season of the IMRC, and we are green at Talladega. You guys dropping back there on the start, looking to just stay out of trouble for right now, but Tyler Mallon's
they've
holding
already
the
wrecked
lead
the
for right
back.
now, and they've wrecked. And 21 going around, 37. And I think that will likely be a restart, and
Yep, that will be a restart, all right.
That is when you know it's a restart. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Actually, what I am going to do though is I'm going to take this opportunity to see if there's any way that I can stop this stinking lag from happening. I'm going to lower the filtering quality a bit. Again, I really do apologize everybody for this, but better this than any kind of skipping, which is getting a bit irritating. Okay then. Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
Take two.
Take two. Driver's getting back on the track. Oh shoot, I have to do the same thing. Completely forgot. There we go. That just helps it move along properly. If I wait the whole minute, then that'll kind of hold everybody up. I don't want to do that. Good to see you, Spurley and Luke. Command being given one more time. I can only manage to paint schemes to this game, but people took this 18-year-old game, polished it, made it online, still getting fan and company support. It's the equivalent of Melee. I'm not personally familiar with Melee that much, but yeah, it's one of those old games that it still has a very healthy community. If anyone ever tells you that, oh, it's dying, it's slowly going away. I mean, it might not be as big as it once was, but I mean, still, you got 28 drivers for this race here. You have another league called Rolling Thunder Gaming, or RTG, and that one is that one for some of their SS races draw a good 30-35 people. So it is still a very healthy online scene, and of course offline with people like Luke, like Napa Fan, like Joe here, keeping this game going, and for that I appreciate all of you. Coming to the green flag once again for
Take two.
Take two. It's again Tyler Mallon and Roger Ray. Of course, Roger Ray running the a potential future of what NASCAR schemes could look like. Honestly, I think his looks kind of good.
Yeah, he kind of used it to his benefit with the design. He designed it around that number.
He did it really well, I think, as you see Dunn LaPrade dropping back. We'll see if they give him room up there. Don't know if they're slowing down here.
Yeah, I believe they wrecked it 1 and 2.
We did have a crash.
Tristan
the 27, Tristan Allen and Noah Hart have fallen off. Dylan Pocheet has fallen back as well, so Another early caution, but since they already used their restart, that's
Yep.
just going to be how it is. Doubt that
Man.
anyone's going to pit here, but let's go ahead and take a quick replay of what happened. It looks like roof damage on the 27 already. That's not how you want to start your season. Oh my gosh, yeah, he went for a barrel roll going into turn
yeah.
1. Well, he just hit the wall, and that was that. And William Goss nowhere to go, and
Yeah, you don't see that every race.
no, I think that he was just trying to stay out of the way, and then just got a little bit too high. And that is one thing. These safer barrier walls, the way that they're designed in NR, they will just suck you in, and they will not let go. Tristan was trying to get off of there.
Take hold, and they will hold you for the rest of the corner practically.
Pretty much. And on that super speedway, that would have pretty much ruined his race anyway. That's why he was trying to get off there, but it still slowed him down to the point that William Goss just wasn't able to slow down in time. So, not really his fault there. Not really. I would hardly even fault Tristan Allen for that one. Just kind of a bad Talladega deal. I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot tonight.
Yeah, just everything that happened here, you could file it under. It was just super speedway racing.
It's just Talladega.
It's just Talladega. That's how it is.
Yep. Tyler Mallon in the lead. Again, with manual cautions, the leader pretty much serves as the pace car. Andrew Lemke is in second, use the inside line to his advantage to get ahead there. And then you got Roger Ray. Jerem Lewis up here in fourth. Good to see him up there. And then Dunlop Prod in fifth in the 74 car. Safer barriers. Yeah, that sounds about right. Camila Gonzalez in sixth. Shane Sides, Chris Emery, Oscar Ramos, and Austin Ogo. The top 10. Reigning champion Zach Rogers looks like he is not returning this season. So that championship is going to be up for grabs for someone new this season.
Oh, are we gonna have some faking here? People gonna fake out?
That's definitely a thing here. It doesn't look like they're going to fake, though. It looks like we got probably half and half on the field here. Looking to just get a couple extra laps of fuel under their belt.
Yeah, I guess if you said it was what 18 to 20 laps, you believe, if they're using that physics stat?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, why not do this? I mean,
it sounded like they were using the physics because, what I mean by that is normally with cup physics in NR on a super speedway, the RPMs they only max out at 7,000 as opposed to the normal like 10,000. So obviously that means a lot less fuel usage. But with the way that they're running now, and it being, I believe, on ×2 wear, I do believe that that is what the pit window will be looking like.
Yeah, so they'll buy them some extra laps if these guys, have to pit before lap 20. Because you would want to split it 20-40, then get to the checkered flag, but that's on a perfect scenario.
Yeah, looks like only 10 guys stayed out there. Guys getting double file. Looks like up to Chris Emery, everything has stayed the same. Austin Ogo now up to, looks like, the 6th position, with Sonny Tolman now 7th. Natan Amoito in 8th. Shane Sides and then Jonathan Feld are going to be the top 10. Those are the drivers that appear to have stayed out there. Dylan Schwallenberg, the first to have pitted there. He will be restarting in the 11th spot in the 51. Looks like the field will probably be going back green here this time. We'll see what kind of speed Tristan Allen's going to have in the 27 once we get back to it. Pretty sure it is moderate damage, which should help him a bit. But Tyler Mallon going to be leading the way here to the green flag once again. And knowing him, he is not going to want to let go of that lead easily.
No. I've seen him do wonders at this place, so.
I remember Talladega 2019. That was That pretty much says it all for his super speedway ability. Going green at the start-finish line, and off they go. And a big stack up there on the outside line. Andrew Lemke was leading that, finds a hole in the inside, gets in front of Chris Emery's 52.
Roger was pushing Tyler Mallon there. Got him going and cleared them both.
And right now, that inside line's starting to prevail. Someone dropping back further toward the back there. I'm not sure who that was. That was Jerry Cook in the 08. Just looking to save his stuff for right now.
Sonny Tallman jumped up.
Field. Whoa, boy. Tallman jumped up, and there goes Lemke up there as well. Going to file back in line. Don't know what the rule for blocking is. Most leagues usually don't allow blocking until a certain point in the race. Usually like 10 to go or 5 to go. Somewhere in that window. There are a couple that allow it throughout the race. I don't know how that applies here. Man, a big shove there to Tyler Mallon in the 18. Roger Ray, he knows how to get it done on these tracks too. He's been doing this for a good while himself.
Yep.
Lemke on the inside. Whoa! And Mojito up there in the 36, the next quick car. Got a little bit too high. And Sonny Tallman's going to get by him. Now going to get down to the inside. And just checking back here to see how Tristan Allen is doing. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's doing too badly. We'll see if he's able to stay with. It looks like Jonathan Cook and Robbie Gilpin in front of him. We'll see if he'll be able to keep up with those guys. Whoa!
Oh, Shane Science.
Man! And Austin Ogo in that 7 car got a little squirrely there. But things starting to settle down toward the front.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and log laps after that lap 1 incident.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we should get some green flag laps in.
Yeah, a couple of iffy moments there. That line got really bad there. I again really apologize. I want to see if there's maybe a setting in OBS that maybe I have to lower the bit rate or something. Maybe that'll help it out.
Man, Roger Ray has been pushing Mallon ever since they got to turns 1 and 2. Sides is trying to get low.
We might
I
actually
think he
get
has
under
the
him
nose.
here. He's going to get under him. Shane Sides with a push from Schwallenberg in the 51. Going to hang out the 84. And that was a bold move right there.
Yeah, there wasn't much room down there. There was basically a car width, so but he saw it, he took it. He might try and do the same to Mallon, but I think Mallon might be a little bit harder to try and do that too.
Yeah, Mallon, he will not hold back in those situations. He's going to go 3 wide around the 84. That's Chris Wentz on the outside in that yellow 71 machine.
Oh boy.
Pushed by, not sure who that is. That is William Goss, and I think the 16 just hit the wall. And he's stuck up there. Cheshire. I mean, that was a noble thing of him to do to keep it up there, but now he is almost certainly going to lose the draft.
He's hoping that they crash it up here and he can get back into it or have something happen to where he can get back in it.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, losing the draft. It's not fun.
No. Like, you're putzing around there. You feel like you're going nowhere. You're just driving around.
You're holding it wide open and you're losing time still.
Yeah, and you're just sitting there going, just twiddling your thumbs like, what do I do here? And you're just hoping for that caution. It is not fun. That outside line, though, it looks like it's working decently. I mean, Chris Wentz is holding pretty even at the moment. If he gets a good shove from Goss, he should be able to draw even with Roger Ray. Might be able to get up to Jonathan Film in the 59. It's just going to be a matter of seeing which line is going to be able to form up. Right now, the inside is where you want to be.
Yeah, right now, but if they start getting numbers up on the outside, it could potentially work out. They're outside the 59 now. They might, if they get a good enough push, they can try and get outside the 35, and maybe some drivers up at the front might start seeing that, might try and join them up there. So that'll be interesting to see if this starts working for them.
Man, he's cutting it down there a little bit. Getting a little squirrely. It's going to check up the outside. That is not what they need. But still drawing even with the 59, though. I'm actually kind of surprised to see them holding that good a speed at the moment. 59 is actually kind of dropping back, and the 84s off of the 59, so I'm almost wondering if maybe a little bit of side draft is coming into play.
Yeah, possibly. He got right down the core panel of the 59 entering turn 1. I thought he was going to turn him. He got very, very close, but it's working out, and 59 has definitely lost touches. Up at the front, they're trying to shuffle. I think the 51 tried to go high, or he got shuffled high.
Schwallenberg, yeah, I know him as also being a pretty aggressive driver. As once he takes the lead, he will not let it go very easily. But if he needs to get the lead, he's going to do everything he can to get there. And now, thanks to that, they got a really, really good leader out there. So we'll see what headway they can make now.
Yeah, I was going to be interested if Roger Ray would have stayed up there, if they would have been able to try and form up the outside. But then he got taken 3 wide, and he got put in the middle. So then that kind of stalled out, and he was able to get back to the bottom. So, but that 51's doing a good job. Going to try and clear the 35 to get up now to the 70 on the outside. Now, but the front, Shane Sides got forced aside.
He's going to... I don't know if he's looking or maybe got forced out there, but he doesn't have any help, although it might come really quick here in the 51. This is going to get really interesting now.
Objects of miracles as they appear.
But yeah, that's also going to check up that lane, which when you're running nose to tail, that can usually be a recipe for disaster. So now that you got the numbers up there, you got some good drivers up there. Oh, and yep, there goes Malin. He's going to defend that line, but that's going to open the door for the 22 of Jerm Lewis.
Oh, they're going to be 3 wide. Shane Sides to the outside.
Shuffling out the 2. But now the 22 with the lead with a push from Lemke in the 70. And a little squirrely is the 35 of Tolman. This is getting really dicey up here at the front. And we're only on lap 13 of 60.
Everything about that hurt the middle lane. With the 2 getting shuffled out, that slows the middle lane down. The inside had the run with the 18 moving high to try and block the middle lane. It just worked perfectly for the 22 to get out front with the push from Lemke right behind. So we'll see if the 70 can clear and then maybe try and bring Sonny Tallman up there as well.
But now I'm going to be interested because you have probably 2 of the most aggressive plate racers nose to tail on that outside, the 18 and the 51. I'm going to be interested to see what they can do, and Chris Wentz has been doing this a long time. He is a really good driver. Finished runner-up in last season's championship. We saw that great battle with him and Zach Rogers for the title last time. And yeah, there goes Malin really getting down in the door of the driver below him. That is, that's typical to him, but right now he's just kind of stuck in a stalemate with the 35.
He's doing like classic super speedway racing right here. He gets down the door of a guy and then goes up on corner exits so that they can't side draft him. It is textbook what Tyler Malin can do here.
Someone else getting shuffled out of line there. That's Dylan Poteet in the 17. The outside lane's starting to lose his... Oh, there goes Chris Wentz. He gets turned around. Jonathan found as well around. Grand avoid job by Dylan Poteet and others behind him.
Yeah, I can't believe that wasn't the field. That was only like 2 or 3 cars. That's insane.
Yeah, I can't believe that wasn't the big one myself. So caution will fly on the 14th lap with Jerm Lewis, the 22, in the lead. And Chris Wentz got a tow right back to pit road. Don't think that that's going to be necessarily his day done. But it's definitely going to hurt him. He might actually, depending on how long he stays there, he might lose a lap.
Yeah, I believe he's gonna... I think he's lost a lap already.
Don't know who else may have gotten a piece of that. We'll take a look here in just a moment as the field will slow down here. And I'm not used to cars actually stopping. That's another thing. The AI in that wreck. Oh yeah, that would have been Everett. That would have been the whole field.
That would have been the whole field. These drivers made it only 2 cars, or 2 or 3 cars, and they were able to weave through. It was very, very impressive by everyone back behind not running each other over and missing the spinning cars.
Exactly. So taking a look here at what may have happened. Oh. So, I think that's Roger Ray. Yeah, it is. He
Yeah.
got... he bumper grabbed off of the 59 of Feld, which bumped him up into the 71, and that turned the 71. But, oh my gosh, Shane Sides!
Wow!
Oh!
Shane Sides, Roger Ray, and then, as you mentioned, Poteet on the outside has to basically stop and somehow weaves his way in between those two spinning. I mean, it's unbelievable. There were so many close calls.
That is one of the... this is some of the most amazing record points I've ever seen. I mean, that just shows the skill of these drivers. William Goss, no one going up to the outside there. But Shane Sides, I gotta do an onboard with Shane Sides.
Yeah, I gotta see that. That's impressive. That is... Whew.
Absolutely incredible. The league admin, the owner of this series, going on board with the Simba Court number 2 Chevy.
Oh my gosh.
And this is... Oh, man.
Oh my
He did get a small piece of the 59, but I don't even think it's going to cause him any damage.
Yeah, a moderate damage. That's basically like you tap the wall, you know?
I mean, I think the thing that got the most damage would probably be his pants. After that one. Man, I'm just going to take one more look here to see what kind of shape Feld and Wetzel would be and if they got any really major hits with the wall.
Yeah, I don't know if they really hit the wall that hard. I know like some got air, but I don't
Feld?
know.
Yeah, Feld hit it there a bit. Yeah, I didn't think they're both going to be fine. Cody Lamas getting through there as well. Yeah, he got the toe as we come back to the live shot here. Looks like pretty much everyone is pitted.
Tyler Mallon.
Tyler Mallon will lead them off, getting his lead back. And yeah,
that number one pit stall.
Yeah, that number one pit stall makes a big difference. And I think that it's going to be hard to get that lead back away from him again. But I'm just in absolute awe at the fact that was a 2-car incident, and I think that both Wentz and Feld should be just fine with very minimal to no damage.
Yeah, props to everyone that was behind that wreck for either not piling in or not piling into the guy who was trying to slow down in front of them, you know?
Yeah.
That was very, very impressive by every single driver out there.
Probably some of the best wreck avoidance that I've ever seen during one of these streams. But again, that just shows to the credit and to the skill of these drivers. I know you saw them really wrecking it up and messing around in happy hour, but I mean they got out of their system, and now you're showing their true talent is being on display here. Looks like a couple guys may have gotten speeding penalties. That is still a thing, despite the fact that there's no cautions. If you get a black flag, the admin will clear it, but then you will have to drop to the back, as per the usual rule if you speed on pit road.
Yeah, because the issue is you get a black flag, you have to come back down pit road, but you don't want to do that if it's just supposed to be NEOL. So
yeah. So we'll see what kind of shape the 59 and the 71 are going to be in. Looks like they're still getting themselves sorted back in the back here, so we'll see if we go green this time or not. Tyler Mallon will be the control car. He's going to have Andrew Lemke to his outside. Gretchen Lemke, we haven't really said too much about him, despite the fact that he's been running the top 5 for the most part and doing a really phenomenal job.
And even with all that, only the 71 lost 1 lap, so he's still in it if that car is up to speed. Try and get another yellow and get back in the lead lap.
So he is a lap down. Whoops. Looks like we are probably going to go green here, and indeed we are. Tyler Mallon gets away. Lemke not so good. Going to get a big shove, though, from the 22. But looks like at least the front 3 on the inside is going to clear. Dejan Weeks. Look at that. Up here now up to second. We haven't seen him up here whatsoever.
He came out of nowhere.
Through some sort of strategy call is now up here in second place, getting a big shove from the 51. And there's Robbie Gilman in the 69 up here now.
And Andrew Lemke has no help on the outside. Austin Ogo's coming in. Oh, Tyler Mallon got loose in the lead.
Oh, boy.
That's stacked it up on the inside.
That's going to be a big stack up. That could be trouble.
Oh, yep, the 48.
48 trouble? Yeah, he
48 and some
gets spin
others.
around. Chris Wentz and this Chris Wentz and Jonathan Fell again.
And the 29.
I think that will be a caution, and yep, they are indeed slowing it down. And yep, there's William Goss's 29. And when getting back going here, Tristan Allen pulls it into pit road. So trouble in the back, and the third caution of the race now flies on lap 18.
Yeah, I think that was caused by, I don't know if Malin got loose or if he got maybe a little bit of a bump, but he had to obviously get out of the gas to save it probably a little bit, slowed the whole inside up, and it was just a little bit of a jam up on the inside. Nothing really anyone could do there.
Yeah, they were chucking up really, really hard. Not too sure, like if he just got a bump or it looks like he may have gotten a slight bump from the 10. Oh, he hit the apron there. That's what caused that. And then, yeah, everyone had to kind of slow up a little bit. Oh! Tristan Allen actually moved up there, and that might be trouble for the 71. He ended up upside down.
Oh.
But yeah, Tristan Allen, I think that's Allen. Yeah, it was. He moved up and just kind of door slammed them. Not sure if maybe he just got tight there while trying to slow down.
He said he paint gripped.
Paint gripped?
Yep.
Was that Malin or Tristan?
That was Tristan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how the grip forms up here. I do think that inside line might have some weird grip configuration, which that may have also what caused Malin to get as loose as he did, and then Allen hit it, and that just shot him up the track.
It might just be
We'll take one more look here.
Get down on that line, maybe. It's something weird like that.
On board with a very twitchy Oscar Ramos. You see it go down in front of him. 4-car incident. We'll see how those guys are going to fare at this point. Doubt that too many drivers are going to pit. A couple of guys in the back. Looks like they're going to top off to stay at the back.
The 27 has retired the car.
And he is the first retiree of the race. The 27 drivers officially started. The 25 did not take the green at the start. Who was that? I'm just going to check just as more of a curiosity. Okay, that's Cole Baker. So he did not actually start the race. Probably maybe serving as an off-track admin.
Yeah.
Or just watching or maybe spotting for somebody, which you do see sometimes.
71's now 2 laps down after that. Oh no, he's still 1 down. Okay.
I was gonna say he would have been lucky dog, but he
looks like they may have given it to him.
Yeah, if he lost an additional lap, but then got it back, even though he was involved, he didn't cause it.
Yeah.
So I would think that he would still get that lap.
Oh, Tyler Malin took the outside here.
This is different. You got Robbie Gilvin behind him now. Dejan Weeks is going to get a shove from Schwallenberg. I'm actually kind of surprised to see Malin go for that line, but he's been getting such good jumps. Maybe he's thinking that he'll clear the 10 and be able to get a buffer maybe between him and the 51, because maybe he's worried about that 51. No one.
He doesn't want the 51 on his bumper.
Yeah.
He'd rather have someone else's bumper for the 51.
51. He is he's like I said, he's probably one of the favorites here. Of course, Malin also being the favorite. Dejan Weeks to the inside. Looks like we're going to go back green here, and off we go.
Yep, that was what Malin wanted right there.
I almost wonder if that may have been coordinated. Not too sure, but he gets down in front of the 10. Robbie Gilvin being pushed on the outside by the 7 of Austin Ogo. Another pretty accomplished driver in his own right. Been doing this for a long time himself. Now here comes Weeks to give the 18 a push. And now it's going to be a guessing game. Who's going to go where and at what point? And Emoito deciding, hey, that inside's where I want to be, and almost kind of
Oh,
cutting him off. And man, they're getting a little all over the place there. Lemke's shooting to the outside in front of Poteet. That is Chris Emery, the other yellow car there on the inside.
man, Dejan Weeks almost left the inside open off turn 4 last time, but closed it just last second.
Whoa!
51. Wow, that was a huge move, and there's Shane Sides to the outside with them.
You might give him a good shot. But I kind of think that was more of an evasive move. I saw how close he got to the 18. Probably didn't want to bumper grab and do exactly what caused the second caution a little bit earlier. But now that he's got help up there, he's got the 2 and then the 69 behind him as well. Ogo's up there, so he got some experience up on the outside, and they're drawing even with Jerm Lewis in the 22. And I wonder if they can keep it there, they might be able to possibly get up to the 10 going down the back straightaway.
All you need is experienced people up there because it's a fixed setup, so it's not like anyone's faster than anyone else. It's just all about you know who knows how to do this the best. Is that's gonna hurt the inside.
That is really gonna hurt them. Chris Emery bailing out, looking to get back up in line behind Sonny Tolman. Ogo and Amoito getting really, really dicey. A couple other guys dicing it up back here. There's Blake Warren and Sonny Tolman and Dylan Poteet. Yeah, we haven't really talked much about Blake Warren or Cody Lamas too much, and they both won their respective dual races last week. And not too much from them. There goes the 69 to the outside. They're still trying. And we're about a third of the way through the race, a little bit past the third of the way through the race. Still probably one or two pit stops to go. 22. Oh, he might get hung out here.
He hit the apron there and had to move up because the 7 got to his inside. There you go. He's stuck in the sucker hole now in the middle. Nowhere to go.
Oh, boy. Yeah, the middle is not where you want to be. 69 cutting down. These guys are dicing it up. And it's fun to watch, but it is nerve-wracking at the same time.
Noah Hart moving inside the top 5 in the 47.
How about that? A driver that we haven't seen at all up here yet. And he's going to clear the 36. And up to 4th, and Austin Ogo into 3rd. But Tyler Mound and Dejan Weeks, loving what they're seeing right now. They're just doing their thing in 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, that's all they really have to do right now is just hug that double yellow, and they'll be just fine. I think they're pretty happy to work with each other. I assume that Dejan Weeks is going to stay right with Tyler Mallon and make them have to go to the outside to pass them both.
Austin Ogo with a great shove there. Knowing Ogo, he's usually a pretty patient driver. I'm sure that he was probably just really nervous seeing what he was seeing around him there for a bit. But now up to 3rd, was giving a great shot down the back straightaway. Sonny Tolman, thinking about it. There's Amoito and Gilvin up on the outside. It seems like those two lanes are just drawing pretty even. Oh no, they're gonna turn, and they're gonna slide up in front of the field.
Oh yep, the back of the field.
That is Chris Emery, and cars flying, warping into each other. Oscar Ramos and Camilo Gonzalez. That is probably going to be day done for those two. And I saw Grant Warren also going up and over.
Caution number 4.
Lap 25. With Chris Emery getting squirrely, getting into somebody. I forget who it was. We'll, of course, take another look at it, but the field will slow down once again. But, man, that is a tough break for Chris Emery. Hopefully he doesn't have too much damage. Camilo Gonzalez and Oscar Ramos, two guys that were just trying to mind their own business, do their thing, and instead it came back to bite them. There's Grant Warren with roof damage.
I think that was just a really big bump that led to that.
Yeah, we'll get a better idea here in a moment. Looked like the 16 was behind the 52. That is Felipe Teixeira. We'll go helicopter view and we'll slow this one. Whoops. we'll slow this one down a little bit, get a better idea. So going across the start-finish line. And yeah, just a bad bump was all it took. Emery tried to save it, but then came down in front of the 16. Now at this point, you're just hoping, please don't slide up, please don't slide up.
Yeah.
But at this point, it's pretty much too late. I will give credit to Shara. It looks like he kept it down there pretty well, but I think those guys behind him knew what was going to happen, and they were checking up and just weren't able to do it in time.
Yeah, I think maybe, some people checked up a little bit more aggressively than others were able to.
Yeah, they knew that 52 was coming up the track.
Yeah. And maybe some were trying to slow down, some just couldn't do it in time. It's, split second. You could be on the brakes just 1 second later than someone, but
exactly.
That's enough to cause it.
And it was Gonzalez who checked up, and Ramos wasn't ready for it, and then they both just collected the 33, and then those two warped in together. That's why they went airborne like that. Yeah, that's the one thing that happens in this game every now and then, when you got two guys just sliding together like that. Sometimes just a little bit of netcode, a little bit of warp, and that's what can happen.
So interesting, Blake Warren did not pit.
Oh.
He's leading, and Dejan Weeks and Austin Ogo got off pit road in front of Tyler Mallon, it looks like.
Okay. Take a look here, and yeah, Blake Warren staying out. Based on how disorganized the field is, and the fact that you got some guys still catching up. Pretty sure that we will not be going green this time. But Blake Warren, I mean, that was a pretty long run, so he's going to be, if he does end up staying out here, he's going to be pretty well off sequence.
Yeah, I think he pitted, around 14 or 16? That's when that one yellow was, when he pitted.
He was slowing down.
It's been about half a fuel run.
Yeah. Field is slowing down to 60. Pace speed is normally 70, so they might be...
They're trying to get it in.
Yep, they're trying to maybe get it so that they can go green this time. Looks like they're really only waiting on the 5 and the 21.
Yeah, we'll see. They're bringing them down real slow.
I don't think they're going to do it, but we'll keep an eye on it here and find out. Blake Warren and Dejan Weeks will be the front row. Still holding 60. And, yep, not green yet. A couple guys thought they were going green. And, yeah, there's a check up there. A couple guys thought that they were going green. But everyone kept it clean. But, yep, they still had to wait on a couple guys to catch up. So, but, yeah, I was thinking that if they were going to stay out there or do another lap, that Blake Warren may have come down to top off or anything, but nope, he has stayed out, and he will be the control car. Choosing the inside line. Ogo going to be behind him. But now here's a question. How content is Mallon going to be pushing the 10?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. They were working together that last run. Looked like they were pretty content doing that. So I think in Mallon's case, as long as he gets up to second, if he can push that 10 and they both clear and get down line, I think he'll be fine with that. The question is, can he do that? Will they be able to overcome the inside lane is the big question.
That is a very good question, because we've seen that inside always prevail on these restarts. Hence why Blake Warren has chosen it here. Still holding 60, but got Ogo in third. Of course, Mallon's going to be fourth, and look at that, Jonathan Feld back to fifth after being involved in a couple incidents.
He was involved in cautions 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Nice backup inside the top 5.
How about that? And Noah Hart in 6th. Great to see him up there. You got Amoedo in 7th. Lewis 8th. And I believe that is... Oh no, I skipped over Lemke. Sorry about that. He will be 9th with Roger Ray 10th. Field should be getting the green flag this time. Blake Warren in control. He's going to be in the preferred lane, but you got, I would say, probably the faster guys in Weeks and Mallon to the outside. No offense to Blake Warren, just based on what we've been seeing throughout this race. It's kind of been the theme, so what is going to happen as we take lap 28, just a couple laps short of the halfway point? in the season opener.
He's bringing them down real slow here.
Yeah, still holding about that 60-mile-per-hour range. Coming to the green, and off they go.
Maybe he's been saving fuel this whole time.
That is very possible. I mean,
That's stacked up on the outside back there.
I could be wrong on what the fuel window actually is. Going 3 wide already. Shane Sides getting out of line, going to file behind the 84, and yeah, that outside is getting the shove, and
Dejan Weeks is almost clear.
Almost, but not quite. Malin definitely not clear, and Weeks will move in front of the 8. Ooh, let's go check up that whole inside line.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Everyone's getting really squirrely.
The 10's going to try and get the 18 back up there. Look at the lead the 10
3 wide now.
They're trying to go 4 wide, are they not?
Really, really all over the place right now. They are 4 wide as the 7 gets forced down below the yellow line.
Blake Warren
gets a bump and he saves it.
Wow.
What a save by Blake Warren and everybody else to check up and avoid that.
That was maybe the craziest trial I've seen in a long time at Talladega.
And you would think that this was for the win. That was something to behold, but now here comes Malin. He's got the shove from Noah Hart in the 47.
Well, he wasn't content right behind Weeks. There's your answer.
I know him. I did not think that he would be, and now he's got the bigger shove. Hart is going to clear as well. Golly. It looked like they were a lot less clear than they were from that angle. Tallman hitting the down low there, and that's going to force him up. Yeah, it seems like that yellow line just... It has some sort of issue with it. If you
it's
hit
aggressive
it,
tonight.
It's just going to push it up.
It might as well be like the Martinsville curb at this point.
Yeah. And now Jerm Lewis up there. He's a little squirrely, but he's got Roger Ray behind him.
Roger Ray and Shane Sides.
Yeah, Shane Sides.
Narrowly missed that second accident. Now they're both on the outside.
We know that Shane Sides can get it done. But credit to Noah Hart. Running up here in second. We haven't seen him too much. He really doesn't run too much in our... as far as I know, but he gets into the 18. But, yeah, he knows what he's doing. He's been around for a long time. He's been kind of on and off. As of late, we saw him only once that I can recall, but he ended up warping out of the Daytona race last year. And... had to retire, but now here he is in second, pushing the 18, but there's Dejan Weeks. Austin Ogo just so quietly kind of doing his thing in 4th place there. And Adam Moito up here in 5th in the 36.
And we just took halfway there, so we're in the final half of this race now.
Halfway, and 36 not content to stay in line. He's going to go up to the outside, looking for someone to go with him. But, unfortunately, that gap is going to get filled by Robbie Gilvin and Dylan Schwallenberg. And now everyone's looking to get down the inside line.
And the issue with that double yellow line being so just aggressive here tonight is that through the corners, they're trying to give it space. They're trying to be at least half a lane off of it, which could pose a threat for maybe some people to try and peek their nose to the inside.
Yeah.
So that's going to be something to watch out for, later in the race. I don't think, obviously someone's not going to push that now, but we get later in the race and there's 3/4 of a car with they're going to take it.
Ooh. I mean, if you recall earlier, Shane Sides forced the issue underneath whoever, I think it was Roger Ray who was running second at the time.
Here comes Roger with a huge shove on the inside.
Yeah, he's got a big shove from Andrew Lemke, but now the outside's starting to form up with Ogo and Gilvin and Schwallenberg. They're up alongside of Dejan Weeks, but now Weeks is going to get the 84 to his bumper. Yeah, no one seems to be content to stay where they are.
Yeah, it's crazy. The only person who's been content so far this race has pretty much been Dejan Weeks. He's been kind of like, I'm up in the top 3, I'm fine with that. But everyone behind the front 3 are like, I need to be in the front 3 to really have a shot. That's kind of what Super Speedway racing is. You want to have the track position. And they're all trying to get it early on this race before they have to make, maybe the final pit stop.
There goes Roger Ray. He's going to look up there. I'm giving credit to Noah Hart as well. He's just content to push that 18. He gets in front of Andrew Lemke. Man. Still a good group of guys up here in this lead pack. I'm just going to see. Looks like we got 22 drivers still here in this lead draft. 5 of Ramos on pit road. But they've been dicing it up here. You still got 22 guys in the lead draft, 22 guys with a shot at the win. Of course, we still have, I think, at least one more pit stop to go. But Noah Hart doing a great job of pushing that 18 and just doing his thing. I mean, those two are, I believe, fellow Toyotas.
The inside's really kind of pulled away now. The front 5 have cleared. They're trying to make it 6th with Jerem Lewis on the inside, and just the outside just doesn't have it at this stage in the race. You know, whether it be if there's just not enough cars out there, or if it's just not as good as the inside. But it's just not really working right now.
Got some 3 wide going there, and Amato, Emoito, who we saw up there in the top 5, is now going to be one of the last cars in the draft as he gets shuffled to the far high side.
That's just Talladega in a nutshell.
Yep. Oh, man. But this is always so much fun to watch. And that's kind of why, and again, thank you so much for Shane Sides for letting me do this. It is such a different perspective, and I absolutely love doing these. So thank you again for letting me do it. As 35 going to be coming up to 25 laps to go at Talladega in the season opener, the IMRC. If I recall correctly, the next race. Oh, someone on the wall!
Oh, the 47!
47 shoving out line, and he's into the wall. He's going to hold it up there. Oh, no. Noah Hart.
How did that happen?
Yeah, I saw someone hit the wall going into turn 3,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden...
Noah Hart it went straight into the corner.
My only guess is that maybe he bumper grabbed off of him. Like off of the 18 or something. But
He's still having issues.
Still having trouble.
Yeah, oh, he's
Where
out.
is he? Oh, you retired?
You have to wonder if maybe like something with his wheel.
Yeah.
He's using a wheel.
Yeah, some kind of a technical failure on his end. I mean, I kind of don't want to cut away from this, but at the same time, I kind of want to see what happened.
Yeah, it was simultaneous with what happened. You know, I was focusing back there because I thought they were going to wreck, and then all of a sudden the second place car is in the outside wall out of nowhere.
Yeah, I wish that there was some way that I could go like side by side or something, but unfortunately I can't do that.
47 says his game froze.
Game froze, so likely his game crashed and he probably fell out of the server.
Yeah.
So that's what happened.
That's a shame too. He was doing a really good job just staying there, pushing the 18, being patient and content.
He was being a great pusher to Malin. That is a tough break. Whoever else hit the wall a little bit earlier looks like they should be okay. Noah Hart is coming back out on the racetrack, and Emoito is barely hanging on to the draft in the 36. I think that he may have been the one that got the wall, but again, I don't remember who it was at this point. I thought it was a blue car. I don't know. I'm losing track. And now here we go, outside trying to form up once again with Schwallenberg and Shane Sides.
Yeah, whatever happened back in the pack with, you know, whoever it was that almost got into the outside wall, that kind of really hurt the outside lane, and then everyone got to a single file train. Obviously, you could see some of the people that are not content riding back there. They're trying to get back up to the front where they were side by side for 5th place or so, and we'll see if, you know, they need to get more people up there, but if they get enough people, maybe they can try and make a charge to get up to the outside of, say, Ogo or even Lewis or Lemke.
Oh, man, they're going to crash, though! Jonathan Feld moved up the track, got into the 51. Shane Sides also around. Caution yet again.
My goodness.
And I think Shane Sides might have a flat tire.
And it looks like that left front is down.
And I see that car is not very happy right there. So Tyler Malin still holding on to the lead. Noah Hart back out onto the racetrack. And Schwallenberg coming down pit road. He's got pretty significant damage. That is a tough break. He was definitely going to be one of the favorites if he was able to get up toward the front there.
59 apologized, just saying he got loose. Entering the corner.
Whoops. We'll take a look at Jonathan Feld here. Yeah, I don't know if maybe that paint grip again just got him. Oh, here we go. Here's a good view of it. from the spectator camera, and he just didn't go down as much as I guess he could have. Schwellenberg wasn't really ready for that, and just a slight bump, and then Sides was right there, and that was that. But again, only just looks like those two. Great job by everyone to not get involved in that once again. A pretty simple deal there. Oh, I'd have to use that spectator cam a little bit more as this race goes on. That was a great view. We're going to be taking 20 laps to go here very shortly. Tyler Mallon, Dejan Weeks, Roger Ray, Andrew Lemke, and Jerome Lewis are your current top 5.
Looks like there's a discussion to maybe give the 47 his laps back since his game froze, so...
See how many laps down is he? 2.
See if that forms.
Oscar Ramos has also retired in the number 5. Now, in most leagues, when you fall out of the server for any reason, however many laps you end up losing, you generally get all but one of them back. So in this case, if that rule applies, again, I could be wrong on this, but that is the normal rule, and if it applies, Noah Hart would get one of them back. He would still be 1 lap down. But given the next caution, and it looks like he is the only one who would be a lap down, he would, of course, get the free pass. So I'm sure that's what he would be hoping for at that point. But again, that is assuming that that is how the rule works. Andrew Lemke almost able to beat them out there. Almost was able to beat Dejan Weeks. I think he did beat the 10.
Dejan Weeks was trying to get there, and I don't think he did.
So Lemke will be second, but now here's what's interesting. If the fuel window is what I think it is, they are going to be very close on making it.
And this is basically the edge of it, if that is it. So
I mean,
it stays green.
Make it. I think that you can make it if you clutch a little bit, but it's certainly not a comfortable range.
Yeah.
Definitely something to keep in mind.
You'll be worrying just a little bit, but they should be good. The 8, he went pretty long in his tank of fuel, so he's probably feeling pretty comfortable because of whatever Blake Warren did, with that last tank.
You know what? That is actually really true. I didn't even think of that because during that run, I don't think he ever pitted, and yet he was off sequence with everybody else. So
you have to wonder if he just saved a bunch. Saved fuel under yellows. Wondering if he did a bunch of that, got some more fuel out of it, and maybe that yellow was a saving grace for him.
Either that or the fuel window is just a lot longer than I realized, but based on how much I see these guys slowing down and clutching, I think that it's pretty iffy.
Yeah, considering that they're just coasting around here about 60 to 65 miles an hour, I think they're all trying to save a little bit. Gas it up, clutch it, let it roll for a little bit. They're getting doubled up here.
Now, I will say, there is a way in online racing to know when they're clutching. You see their cars twitching just that little bit. Like, you see them dive, like, the car kind of dupes down a little bit for a moment. That is them hitting the clutch. So that's kind of the telltale sign, and I think Tyler Mallon was doing it the most out of everybody.
Every car is doing that, so that's how you know that they are just there on fuel. And all of them took fuel. Well, all the ones at the front took fuel only, so...
This is going to be pretty interesting. But now, how is that going to... Because I'll ask you, Joe. These guys have been really aggressive at trying to get to the front pretty much all race long. Do you think they're still going to be trying to get up there? Or do you think that we might see them slot in more single file now if fuel is going to be this much of a concern?
Yeah, I think I would still go for it in this scenario, although I'm an aggressive driver, so I would just want to get up front. Maybe, some of the people that have been hanging around the back, they might keep it back there, and they can save some fuel and hope it goes green and hope that maybe those drivers are closer than they should be on fuel. So we'll have to see how it plays out. We don't know how much fuel they have. Maybe they don't even know if they're good to go yet. So, and you might get another yellow, and then you'll be good to go. So it's all going to come down to circumstance here. With the outside, just didn't work there. Everyone kind of banned to the bottom.
Austin Ogo, I think, may have also fallen victim to the the curbing that is the yellow line. He got really squirrely there. Robbie Gilman had to take avoidant action. Did a good job, though. Was able to keep it going. He's getting a shove down from the 70 of Lemke. But yeah, you can't really clutch in this environment.
No, you can't clutch, but you can. If you're at the back of the draft,
boy.
you can maybe lay off the gas a little bit. That's really the only thing you can do right here. It's not like it's Kansas or Homestead where you can clutch it entering the corner and hope for the best there.
Yeah,
You can't do that here.
that is that is something that a lot of drivers do whenever they are in absolute dire situations. But I've certainly done it plenty of times. I've seen many others do it. So, but not at this track. So, although I'm going to give a quick shout out here, the 4th place runner William Goss has made his way up here, and I think it was at Homestead that we suddenly saw him running like 4th or something, and we were like, "Where the heck did he come from?" Well, there
He's doing it again to us.
I mean, if you think about it, it's the 29. And wasn't Kevin Harvick Mr. Where Did He Come From? Yep.
Closer, Mr. Where Did He Come From? Another Where Did He Come From? Dylan Poteet's moved up to 6th.
Yeah.
I mean, that man has been at the back of the field a lot today. But now he's starting to emerge when it's getting down time to the end of this race.
It's good to see him up here. Again, the heartbreak that he suffered in the championship race, losing the engine, no fault of his own, cost him a shot at the title. You know that he wants a shot at now. He wants a shot at maybe getting a little bit more out of this, or maybe the 95, or excuse me, the 69. I'm so used to that being Christopher Bell. I think that he may force the issue, and now, of course, right when we were saying that Poteet was up here in the top 6, there it goes.
I've been having this issue with race I've been commentating lately. I've jinxed whoever I've talked about, so apologies, Poteet.
I just noticed how absolutely squirrely Roger Ray was coming off the corner there. I almost wondered.
It was like he was at old style Daytona right there, where they still had the bumps. Like he was dirt tracking off turn 2 at Talladega.
I feel like these cars, pardon the quote, but these cars are driving terrible right now.
Yeah, they've been really driving great all race, I'll be honest. They've all looked very twitchy, and even off the corners, looks like they're getting sucked around almost.
Yeah.
It can't be a fun feeling, but, it's something different for sure, especially at a super speedway like this.
Well, now we've got the train going here.
And 69 has a gap in front of him.
I'm really not surprised considering the situation that these guys are in about fuel.
Oh,
he's going to get underneath the 36. No, 36 says, no, you don't, good sir. Man.
That could have been bad if that was forced into turns 3 and 4.
A bold move by the 69, and then another bold move by the 36.
Oh, they're wrecking hard.
Someone's upside down. It's Tolman.
Oh, no. 21 is also involved. And he never came back over.
Teixeira also involved. I think he's going to try to flip him back over.
He did it. He's like, get going.
I told him anyway. Or did he retire? I think he retired. Oh, man.
That happened out of nowhere. I just saw a car on its roof. And
yeah, I was looking at the front, and a lot of side damage on Gonzalez 21, the Red Bull car. Has not been a good day for Camilo Gonzalez. So what happens here?
Yeah.
21 was filling the gap, and the 35 just closed the door. And that is a really unusual flip.
Yeah, that was not normal.
No, that's different. We'll get a good view of it here. I think the 35 was trying not to get stuck behind the H, but then he just got on 2 wheels and flipped, and actually the 21 was going up and over.
He tried to get the 21 to flip as well. He almost had synchronized flipping.
I mean, credit to Teixeira being a good sportsman there, trying to flip him back over.
He was hoping the grass was going to do it for him, and then once he saw it didn't come back over, he's like, well, let me go help him out here. And he ended up being his own little wrecker. And
I was just going to see if Teixeira actually got involved, or if he just checked up there, and it looked like he just checked up. It's just a neat angle here. That is a pretty hard hit for the 21. That might affect his pace. But yeah, weight shift wreck. One of those weird deals. And yeah, Tolman has joined the list of retirees. 21 has retired. So now 4 drivers out of the race, unfortunately. That is a bummer.
Driver the 35, Sonny Hallman. I'll clean this up a little bit. He was loose as heck, man. Couldn't believe how loose he was.
Yeah, these guys look like they've been dancing around. It's been really fun to watch. There's a couple guys toward the back. It looks like they're going to top off with fuel, so they should be all good. I think pretty much everyone else should be good to go at this point.
You can clutch it now. Driver 59 also confirms. He was like, yep, 35 was pretty loose.
Yeah, 35 was dancing around a little bit. But you saw Rich Gray also sliding off of turn 2. I do feel like these guys are really struggling to keep it straight. But now, you got the 18 and the 10. And I gotta say, I think that these guys, along with maybe the 7 of Ogo, have probably been the class of the field thus far. They've kept it up front most out of everyone else.
Yeah, it's been Malin leading most of the laps. Dejan Weeks was out front for maybe a lap, and then Malin passed in the next lap. But Weeks has been pretty much second or third the whole rest of the race. So those two have been up inside the top 3, and Austin Ogo has been inside the top 5 pretty much all race. So those 3 have definitely been the dominators. But now the question on this restart, does Malin take the top to then drop down in front of the 10, or is it too late to do something like that?
That is a very, very good question. I honestly have no idea because it's going to be 13 laps to go this time by, and he's going outside.
Okay, so he's going to drop down in front of the 10 here, and they're going to still work together until the bitter end.
Now, I'll bet you, though, that Ogo is going to try to shove the 10 so that they can't do that.
I would not be surprised if the 7 is on the 10th bumper before they get to the start-finish line.
Probably so. Now, I mean, you still got William Goss up here in 4th. I mean, he's been quietly just doing his thing, but now here he is in the top 5. The 2 guys that have my attention as well are going to be 5th and 6th. Natano Moito and Robbie Gilvin. Those 2 have been very, very aggressive, especially the 36.
And then look just a little bit further back in 10th, the 51.
51.
And then right with them, Shane Sides.
There's Shane Sides. You got Dylan Poche, who knows how to get it done around here. There's Jerem Lewis, who's been just kind of quietly running really well. Looking to maybe make something happen, but 13 laps, I think that there is going to be a lot to watch here.
47 saying he doesn't have third gear. So
oh boy.
Noah Hart has no third gear. He's saying to be aware. He's towards the back of the pack, so
yeah.
But he is on the lead lap again.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what I was just checking there to see if he was indeed on the lead lap, and he is. So we saw him up at the bumper of the 18. So if he's able to find his way toward the front, 47 might also be a factor. Field is down to 60 miles per hour again, but there they go. And
look at
the 7 is shoving the 10, but no, it is not going to work. The 18 is going to keep down
Goss was hoping to God he would get a really good restart too, and he could try and get down in front of the 10.
Yeah, unfortunately, looks like that's not quite going to work out for him. The inside line is going to prevail for the time being, but now I also have to wonder when is enough going to be enough for Dejan Weeks.
Yeah, when does Dejan Weeks go? And more importantly, when does Austin Ogo say he's had enough?
Yeah.
And when does he go to the outside? The 36 is going to try and get clear. He might jump to the... Oh, that 69 is getting loose. These cars look almost undrivable. It is insane.
I mean, they are on chassis 0, which is the physics that I was talking about earlier, which makes it a lot more higher RPM. So yeah, they're going to be a little bit more squirrely in that regard. And the track physics, from what it seems, are really, really touchy, really, really squirrely. And that is making me nervous.
Yeah, that's 69. Whoops. And with the 84 in his bumper, I mean, that is... Oh, boy.
That is going to be interesting. There goes Don LaPrade, who we haven't really talked about at all as well. He's looking to make a move in the 74.
Roger Ray abandoned to the bottom to go with Lemke.
Yeah, that is not going to work there. Lemke, he was up toward the front throughout the beginning of the race. I wouldn't be surprised if he would be a factor.
I mean, watch the 10 here. Dejan Weeks was giving at the bomb a little bit. Ogo could have taken advantage, I think, and he let him have it for now. But if the 10 keeps doing that, the 7 could take advantage.
I mean, at this point, you pretty much got everyone on back to like Noah Hart and Felipe Teixeira, who all have a chance at this win with 11 laps to go. And they all... If you're in this lead pack, I feel like that there is something to be had.
Yeah, because you know drivers can't be waiting until the final 5 laps. You want to try and make it now,
Oh, yeah.
especially if you're further back around 10th place. So, I mean, that's going to be something to see. And if you're at the back, maybe you just try and stay back there and miss if there's a crash.
Yeah. I'm a little bit amazed at how calm everyone's being at the moment. Only 3 cars on the outside, 4 cars. That's Shane Sides, that's Henry Nova.
36, peeking. Nope, got back in line.
Thinking about it. I feel like the 36, just based on what we've been seeing throughout the night as we take 10 laps to go at Talladega, I feel like he might be one of the first to make the move. Just based on what we've been seeing from him all night. But, I don't know. I mean, you got pretty much all Fords back to William Goss. Pretty much all Fords from second through, that would be 5th or 6th.
Yeah,
Ooh.
second through, what is that? Yeah, second through 6th are all Fords. Being led by the Toyota, though.
Yeah, being led by the Toyota. Then you got William Goss's Chevy. I mean, not that these guys really are worried about manufacturer alliances. They're just looking to make something happen. But, yeah, now that we're down to this final stretch, everyone's being pretty calm.
Yeah, I'd want to get a gap in front of me to then try and make that move. If you're the 36, try and run maybe a little bit wider in the corner, get maybe a little bit of a gap in front of you, and then get a run.
Yeah.
That also depends on if the 22 will follow that and, you know, want to go with you and want to back up with you. You know, it's a fine line. You know, you can back up, but do they go with you? Is the question with that.
Sherm Lewis was also a little sideways coming off the corner there. It just shows how squirrely they are. So maybe they're just a little bit worried that if someone tries to make that move too early, that they're not going to make it back to the checkered flag.
Yeah, well, the 36 is getting low. That could have been bad with what we've seen with the yellow line so far here tonight.
Well, maybe it's because he's yellow that it pretty much spared him there. I think the 69 looks like he's trying to make something happen. He's got a few guys behind him, including
51 to
Schwallenberg.
2.
Oh man, like the entire back half of then everyone else abandoned ship.
Oh, 37 just pushed up. Henry Nova almost actually spun the 2 car there. I think he got tight entering the corner.
Oh man.
Oh, there we go.
Oh no! Oh, Schwallenberg!
Save.
Schwallenberg, he's coming up way too quick.
And Austin Ogo's outside the 10 car.
They're gonna save it further back, but Ogo is making the move now.
He thinks it's time to go. The 22 didn't. Jerome Lewis gonna take 3rd with all that.
Now we'll see coming off the corner here what kind of run they're gonna get.
I can't believe the 51 saved that car. That was...
He came up really, really quickly, and everyone else, great job of avoiding him. But yep, you got Amoito pushing Ogo. And then behind them is Poteet. Dunlaprade is up there. And then there's Gilvin and Nova. But
Lemke's going to move to 4th and Roger Ray to 5th now.
I was going to say, it doesn't look like it doesn't look like that's working.
No, the outside it's just dead right now. It's just... They're losing ground. They're not even sustaining at this point. We'll see if maybe now that they're a little bit more organized, they've finally gotten it, you know, to where they're all in line now. If they can try and do something, they really need is for some reason that inside to get checked up. Then maybe they can get a few cars. But at this point, they're losing ground still.
Yeah, I just think that Dejan Weeks has been such a great pusher to Malin that is just helping that inside line prevail. And I think at this point it's just going to come down to when Dejan Weeks wants to make the move, or when or what Jerm Lewis and Andrew Lemke might do. But I think it's going to be hard pressed to get beside those two unless Weeks decides to go with you.
Yeah, I mean we saw the 7 from 3rd place jump out. He still couldn't, you know, get by them. So that was from 3rd place, and I think he had a pretty decent run coming to them when he made that move. So for the 22, what do you do here? You're in 3rd place. You're coming to 5 to go. You can't just sit there. You're not going to win sitting there. You have to make a move. You know, if the 10's going to make a move, it's probably not going to be until the last lap.
I would have to agree with that. You got Roger Ray up here in 5th now, as everyone that has decided to take that inside line, it's working for him. And Lemke and Roger Ray and now William Goss have really... Oh man,
my
they're going
gosh,
3 wide further back. I think that's also what the leaders are hoping for, is that something further back does not happen that could potentially compromise us. But we are in 5 laps to go now. And that sense of urgency, especially for those guys on that outside, is really got to be at its max.
But never count out a chance for a green-white checker.
There's a very strong possibility for green-white checker, like right now.
Oh my gosh.
Shane Sides getting down there. Was able to save it. Everyone else saved it. Jerry Cook and the 08 with a great point jump. This is the first time I've seen him in this league draft, really.
Yeah, he's another where he'd come from.
Yeah, he's just sitting back there. I mean, who knows? But, well, that outside's starting to draw even now.
Yeah, 4 to go. That whatever, that stuff that happened on the inside, it was able to help the outside out, but we'll see if they can sustain it now. They made up that time. If they can keep making up as, the 29's off the 84's back bumper, that's hurting the inside lane because now it's just 2 packs on the inside. It's 1 big pack on the outside.
Amoito has to shove the absolute heck out of the 7 to make this work, but, I mean, they're now side by side with the 84 and the 70.
The 70. That's a huge push down the backstretch. That was what they needed. That really worked out for them. Now they're getting a little bit separated. They need to somehow get back together here. We're coming down to 3 to go. Time is ticking.
3 laps to go. And at this point, blocking is definitely on the table, regardless of whatever the rule is. I know for sure that at this point...
7's trying to get outside the 22.
Ooh, boy, he might be able to get to the 10 at this rate. And at this point, Madeline has to be looking at that going, oh boy, I might need to do something. 36, no! He's got to bail out as he had a warp. Oh, no, and there's a crash and Plank worn hard in the wall.
Oh my goodness. Caution is out.
Green, white, checkered. Coming up
now
here.
What do you do if you're the 18, the 10?
Oh, the gloves have to be off at this point. Gloves have to be off as that number 8, the winner of his duel, is absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, he took a... Oh, that was vicious.
Smoking. That is definitely the end of his night. Tough break. The number 8. But, I just realized.
Fuel.
Oh no.
They better be saving hard now because this might not be the only green-white checker.
Now, I can tell you a few guys that will be good to make it. I know that I think Cody Lamas, Don LaPrade, I think that they both pitted. There are several others that also pitted, so they should be good on fuel. I don't remember exactly who it was. I know that Cody Lamas was one of them. 99% sure that Don LaPrade was another, and there was a pretty good series of other drivers. As we'll take a look and see what has caused this green-white checkered.
All the people that were riding on the outside before this yellow, trash talking the people on the inside, basically going and saying all the cool people are riding the outside. Come up here and do it with us. They're trying to lobby for some help.
Well, whoever's on the outside on the initial start is going to be in trouble, but then once they get up to speed, I think it's going to be pretty interesting. As looking at the caution, it looked like the 16 just slight tap from the 08 of Jerry Cook, and then that sent him into the 8.
The 8's still out there moving along with the pack.
That just absolutely destroyed him. I think it's going to be some damage for Teixeira as well. And he's still out there. Still logging laps. Credit to him. But at some point he's going to have to pull that down, because when you see smoke like that, it is putting down oil, which while the drivers won't actually hit that, the game will think, that extend the caution.
Yeah.
So.
Mellon taking the top? Are they?
I doubt they're going green this time.
That would have been crazy.
Really disorganized.
Maybe it's a sign of things to come, though. Maybe Mellon's saying, I'm going to choose this for you, Dejan.
If I really am going to be amazed if I see that teamwork happen here, because it is the end of the race. I mean, you never know. I mean, it is early in the season, and you're thinking about chase spots. And Tyler Mallon, Dejan Weeks, both of them could get in with this win, obviously. But if Dejan Weeks is thinking, hey, if I make a friend out of Mallon now, maybe he'll cut me some slack later, type thing.
You have to wonder too, if the 18 chooses the outside and they get in front of the 10, the second row is going to be the most aggressive. Lewis is going to be pushing the crap out of the 10, and the 70 is going to be pushing hard on the 18 to try and clear himself.
Andrew
So
Lemke will not be holding back here. I can tell you that right now. I know that he's hungry. I know
he
him well.
chose the top.
He is hungry. And field is getting doubled up, 60 miles per hour. So it will be Tyler Mallon, the control car, with Dejan Weeks behind him. Then Jerm Lewis in third, Andrew Lemke fourth. Then Austin Ogo and Roger Ray in the fourth row. Dylan Poteet and Natan Amoito in the fourth row. Fourth row. And then Dunlop Brown and William Goss. Ooh, boy, this is going to be good.
And they're going to take the green at scheduled distance end. The at completion of 60 when they take the green, assuming they take it this time.
Yep.
And also the 7's now on the inside. He was the one leading the charge on the outside
Yeah.
before that yellow.
7 is on the inside. Mallon has opted for the outside line, as Blake Warren has officially taken it behind the wall to end his day. But now, let's see. Will we see that courtesy from Dejan Weeks like we've seen pretty much all day, or is it going to be game on?
Yeah, I would have to think if the 18 took the top, right, he's at least thinking he's going to get a good enough restart to get to the 10 or clear the 10. But I have to think that him taking the outside is, Dejan basically being like, I'm going to let you down.
I mean, being the control car does make a big difference because you can dictate when you go. I mean, it does have to be at start-finish line. But you know exactly when you're going to go. No one else does.
Yeah, they know the range of when you're going to go. They just don't know exact moment.
Yep.
You know it. You can get on the gas at least a second sooner at points, unless someone times it perfectly.
I mean, if Jerm Lewis gives a big enough shove to the 10, I don't know. This is going to be good.
If I'm Lewis, I might just be on the 10's bumper at the entrance of the tri-oval and keep pushing.
Now here's the thing. Oh! Roger Ray, and the caution is probably going to stay out here. Roger Ray losing an engine coming to the green white checkered.
Oh my gosh.
No way. Okay, that happened to him in another race that we did in IBOS a long time ago when he was leading. Roger Ray and engines just don't get along, so the question now is, do we still go green?
Yeah, this will be interesting.
I mean, the game would... Oh, the 22, yep, there he goes. He's shoving the 10. They are green, and he is shoving the 10, but he can't get there, and the 18 is able to get down. Cody Lamas with a bold move to the inside.
Yeah, they're all trying to get down low now. They know, but, I mean, does someone get a gap here to try and move up? Will the 10 stay nice? I think he will.
Ooh, he's got a gap, though, to the 18. What's he going to do with this run? Now, they also have to make it to the white flag. If they don't make it to the white flag, then we'll do it again.
Man, that is just some patience out of Dejan Weeks. It's hard to resist taking a run to the outside like that, like the run he would have just had right there.
Andrew Lemke and William Goss have been absolutely dumped on the outside line. Coming to the white flag, and who is going to make the first move?
Ogo's in fourth with Poteet right behind him.
And there's the 36. We know that he's been one of the more aggressive drivers. The white flag is officially out.
There goes Poteet.
Poteet to the outside. 36 is with him. 10, 22, and 7 looks like they're going to stay down. 22 looking like to go below the 10.
That hurt the inside, but I don't know if there's enough cars on the outside. We'll see what Ogo and Poteet and all of them can do.
Poteet needs to give a big shove here to Ogo. Going through 3 and 4 for the final time. Dejan Weeks, it looks like it might be up to him to take this away or not. Poteet out of line.
Weeks is... 22!
22 through the grass. He's going to slide.
Spinning sideways. Where'd the 48 come from? He's up to third.
But it will be Tyler Mallon winning at Talladega.
Oh my goodness. Where did Cody Lamas come from? He got to third at the end. Wow.
But Tyler Mallon winning, not really surprised at that. A heck of a restrictor plate driver. He gets it done. Dejan Weeks, all credit to him. I think that Weeks just wanted to wait until the last moment that he could to possibly get it done. Or maybe hoping that Mallon would maybe repay him a favor later in the season.
Yeah, possibly. You know he's got to be feeling sick right now, though, is Jerem Lewis running third, entering the Trioval, end up 21st.
Oh, yeah, he was sliding there at the end. We'll take a couple more looks at that finish, and then we'll definitely have to get a word with Tyler Mallon. Maybe some other folks.
Oh boy.
But Tyler Mallon with the win at Talladega. Couple guys in chat there. Good to see you guys. Yeah, that looked a bit tough, getting that outside line to work. I will say, was still a fun race to watch, and glad I was able to do this one. Mallon going to come to the start finish line, claim the flag, and burn it down. Barely burn it down. I think the track's a little too gripped for that. There he goes. The Bobby Labonte colors. Running
Looks like
down
there's a lot of grip out there.
Yeah, there's a lot out there for sure. But we'll go ahead and take another look at the finish. Coming out of turn number 4. This should be a good view of things here. Yeah, Poteet getting shoved out of line by the 36. 22, just I think bumper grabbed off the 10, or maybe a bad bump from the 48. And Dejan Weeks was just content to really do his thing. Now, because the results might be a little bit messed up,
Yeah.
I'm going to take a look at the results manually, pretty much. So Tyler Mallon, your winner at Talladega. Dejan Weeks will finish in second with the official margin of victory looking just like that. Cody Lamas in excellent third place. Indeed, a where did he come from moment. And another where did he come from? Dun LaPrade in P4. Great run there, and the league owner...
Shane Sides back up to 5th.
Yeah, I was going to say, Shane Sides in 5th place for the league owner himself. Then 6th place for Austin Ogo. William Goss 7th. Natan Amoito in 8th. Robbie Gilva 9th, and Andrew Lemke will round out the top 10 finishers. Checking everything else here. Henry Nova 11th. There's Schwallenberg in 12th. Dylan Poteet back to 13th. Yeah, he went from 5th to 13th in the last lap.
Yeah, I think he was the one that, if I'm not mistaken, he was the one that got into the outside wall after a bad bump on the outside there in the final corner.
Yeah, that's gonna stink for him a little bit. Also, a big bummer for Jerem Lewis going from 3rd on the final lap, and then back to, I think he said 21st, and yep, that is officially where he crossed it. So tough break for the 22. Had a great drive there, but he's still got a long season ahead here. 10 race regular season, I believe. 16 races total, and if anyone in chat knows the schedule better than me, if I'm not mistaken, the next race is Las Vegas. I think it's Las Vegas. If anyone in chat knows differently, please correct me. But for right now, though, I'm going to go ahead and get TeamSpeak up here, and I'm going to see if we can talk to some of these drivers. We'll, of course, start with our winner. Mr. Mallon. Probably also get Dejan Weeks and whoever else. Looks like we will be getting Tyler Mallon here, and yep, there he is. Race winner. First winner of the 10th season, and I would say in pretty dominating fashion. How did it feel out there for you?
Felt pretty comfortable. The setup was pretty good, and did a great pusher in Dejan Weeks. Easily, like, one of my favorite people to work with on play tracks. I'll be shoving him, like, to a win probably, definitely, sometime soon. So, couldn't have done it without him, obviously.
Yeah, really good job out there. I could tell that the outside line definitely struggled a little bit. You were just holding your spot there on the inside, but a couple times that you may have gotten out of the lead, you felt like you really had to take that back in a hurry.
Yeah, it was kind of scary. Not, I've never really been comfortable, like, I don't think anyone's really comfortable in plate races in, like, the middle of the pack, but if I wasn't in the lead, I was like, I gotta get back up there, or, like, I'm gonna die or something. That's usually my mentality going into these things. And like I said before, Dejan was, like, willing to work with me the whole race, and I owe him one, definitely. Probably more than one after that one.
Yeah, you definitely would. I think I've given you a big shot there, but all credit to you. I'm terrible at coming up with interview questions, so any other final thoughts that you want to throw out there?
Not really. I wanted another Bobby Labonte scheme, so that's...
Well, credit to you. Congratulations, and good luck on keeping that success going for the rest of the season.
Thank you so much.
So, driver in the number 18, the winner from tonight, Mr. Tyler Mallon. Just sent a message to Dejan Weeks. Not sure if he would be up for one or not. I guess I'll try for the third place finisher if he's still here. No, it looks like he left TeamSpeak.
He took his third and he wanted to get out of there as soon as he could.
He took his third and was like, okay, enough of that.
That was a hard-fought third for him, though, so...
That was a really hard-fought third. Oh, there he is. I'll go ahead. Yeah, I might as well go ahead and ask him.
Hey, wake up.
Just got a message from Dejan Weeks. Sorry if you're seeing the rest of that post. Nah, but I'll say now for you that I was just committed to pushing him and chilling. So if you want to say that, go ahead. Yep, I just did. So yeah, Dejan Weeks just content to finish second, get a good haul of points there. And
make a friend out of it.
And make a friend, yeah, because as Mallon said, he hopes to repay the favor, and that can pay dividends later in the season, especially when I believe that the cutoff race before the chase is Daytona. So
well, there you go.
So
if we see the 18 push the 10 to the checkered flag there, we know why.
I think that would make a lot of sense. I'm going to actually send this message really quick to Cody Lamas. No one else has really asked me, so I'll see if we get Cody Lamas, and then we'll probably call it there. Go ahead and disconnect from that. And he said sure, he just has to get some stuff plugged in. I'll just let him know. Come on up once you're ready. And I'm going to turn off my feed there so that I can double check the schedule and also check the chat.
User joined your channel.
There you go. Cody apparently has a YouTube. And speaking of which, there he is, third place finisher, Mr. Where Did He Come From? Cody Lamas. Really didn't see much of you toward the front, and then all of a sudden, boom, a third place finish. What was that like from your perspective?
Yeah, it was kind of hard because I believe I was in the second caution when Tristan just decided to kill me into the wall. And, I don't understand where the people get these paint grips from, but I mean, I guess I didn't feel it all night. So we had 20 seconds, or like 23 seconds of damage, which I guess isn't that bad, but I had a little hood damage, so not much suck up. It was really, I just kind of held it low and took what opened.
No, I'd say you did pretty good there coming up there, and all credit to you for being Mr. Where Did He Come From? Knowing that you won your duel as well. But you were saying that you didn't really feel the paint grip that much. It looked like a lot of guys were really squirrely out there. A couple of guys were complaining about the grip. I was going to ask you how you felt about how the track drove out there.
I mean, if you compare it to how it was in the past, when we were like 3 wide, I believe, and everything last season, having a good old time, it just was very sketchy. And it's just, I don't know what it was. It's just a combination of grips, setups, but it was just really sketchy out there. A couple times it was really, really sketchy.
Yeah, there were some pretty hair-raising moments, which I'm looking forward to watching back myself. But congrats on third place, and good job, and I'll say good luck on the rest of the season. Looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, thanks.
So third place finisher Cody Lamas in the number 48. Henry Nova in the chat with the exclamation mark. Tristan Allen there. Great having all you guys in that race. If either of you guys want to come up for one final interview before I call it here, but while I wait for that response, any closing thoughts from the wise Mr. Joe?
I think Coney Lama said it pretty well. It was sketchy out there. It was a very different Talladega race. Obviously, as we've heard, it was very hard to make the outside work. We almost saw it at the end, though, with Austin Ogo making a pretty good charge there before that final yellow came out. He actually almost had it on the outside, but it looked very squirrely out there. It looked crazy, and I think all the drivers could contest that, especially if they were back in the pack.
Yeah, most likely so. And one final driver that we're getting to talk to before we wrap it up here, Tristan Allen. A little bit of early trouble for you, and kind of went a bit downhill from there. But I'll ask you what what it looked like from your perspective.
I just tried to get up to the high side just to fall to the very back because I'd seen what happened with everyone trying to get to the back themselves, and just the car just kicked loose, being right up against the wall.
Yep, the good old, like, that one little bit of ice that's always right next to the wall. I know that feeling. I know that a lot of the guys were saying that, yeah, it was really squirrely out there, and I saw a couple of guys really dancing around a lot. Would you say that it felt pretty squirrely out there for you?
Yeah, I wasn't even prepared. Like, I'm used to being able to go up on the high side, fall to the back, and turn one on most tracks, but it just caught me way off guard, and I just couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. But I know tonight probably wasn't your night, but hoping some better luck for you as these races progress, and I'm looking forward to watching how it goes. So Tristan Allen, driver the number 27, finished 27th, ironically. But I'll pretty much conclude it here by saying that it is not Las Vegas. That is the next race. That's the third race. Next week, hopefully we'll be back here to bring this one for you. It is from the Auto Club Speedway. That should be a pretty fun one as well. I mean, all these should be pretty fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like to pretty much do an entire season. I'm just hoping that real life allows me to do so. But as long as I can, I'm gonna do this every week and bring this to you guys and have some fun in the process. Again, thank you to Shane Sides for putting on the operation, letting me do this. Thank you to all the drivers for partaking in this. Good luck to all of them throughout the season. And thank you again, Joe, for joining me for this one as well.
Yep.
So, on that note, I think that I'm going to wrap it up and say thank you to those who also watched. And hashtag real boys ride the outside line. Yep. And that is Natan Amoito in the YouTube chat. Great show, guys. That was fun to watch. Looking forward to seeing what y'all got for us at Fontana, California. On behalf of Joe Rutkowski, this is Andrew Miller, Top Dragster, whatever you want to call me. Choo Choo Man, I don't know. No, that's not for fan. That's an inside joke. Thank you again, and I will see you on the next one.
User joined your channel.
Take care.
That's it, man. That's it.
And bye for now.
Real boys ride the outside line. Those guys in the inside, man, they are just boring, just.
And that is Natan Amoito.